After 8 years of starting my self-development journey, I have seen a pattern repeat itself over and over, and that is most of the suffering in someone's life coming from caring too much. This isn't just exhausting, but it is also preventing you from reaching your fullest potential. I know this because I've lived this and I've seen countless other people fall into the same trap, and I used to be stuck in the same cycle myself. And it wasn't until I learned how to break free that everything else transformed in my life. In this video, I will resolve 5 surprising things that you are likely caring about too much, including one that may surprise you. And I will talk about exactly how to break free from this cycle and reach your fullest potential. The first thing that you need to stop overthinking is other people's. Imagine there are 2 drivers. Driver A and driver B are competing in a car race. Driver A is fully locked in her game. She's focused in the race. She's focused on how well she's gonna drive that car. Nothing else exists to her. She's locked in. Driver B focuses on what driver A is doing. If the driver A is going fast or slow, if she's ahead or behind of her, she focuses on what other drivers are doing in that race. Who wins? Driver A every single time. Driver B is so busy focusing what driver A is doing that she ultimately loses the race, whereas driver A is fully locked in what she's doing, which takes me to a quote by Peter Thiel. The key isn't to compete, but to escape competition completely. Every time you compare your career to someone else's, or your achievement to someone else's, or your progress to someone else's, you are being driver B, because you are taking the eyes off your own lane, of your own progress, of your own trajectory, and you are focusing on what everyone else is doing rather than just looking in what you're doing. I know this because I used to do this constantly. I used to be that person who used to match everyone else's timeline, getting into a good university, in the same degree, and fighting for the same opportunity. This was so draining. It kept me exactly where I was. You becoming unstoppable doesn't come by looking at what everyone else is doing. It comes by focusing 100% in what you're doing. It also comes by building something that's completely yours. Maybe it's getting that dream degree that you always wanted, or getting that dream job that you always dreamed about, so you don't constantly feel like you need to compare or try to reach the same timeline as everyone else's. The next thing is detach from the outcome and only focus on the journey. You know that phrase, journey over destination? 100%. I 100% agree, because I used to be that student that would get the grades, and once you get the grades, I'm like, okay, you got the grades, so what? I felt nothing. What I enjoyed was me researching for the assignment, reading scientific paper about the assignments, watching videos about it, asking my professors for advice on how to do this assignment or what they want to see in this assignment. That's what made it fun. And overcoming those obstacles for me to go and get that grade, that was fun. The journey was fun. The final grade wasn't fun. Okay, yeah, I got what I worked for. That's just the cherry on top. It confirmed what I already know, what I already worked for, and that's it. Consistency is super key. Power lies in the consistency, not perfectionism. As long as you do your best, like always do your best. There is a book called The 4 Agreements, and in the last agreement of that book, it says that the only thing that you can do is your best. As long as you've done your best and you've given your best shot, and you've done every single thing that you can in your power, then the desired outcome would naturally follow, because why shouldn't it? Next thing is make your own choices. You can take advice from other people, but ultimate thing that you need to understand is that whatever choice you make, you are the one that's going to live with those consequences. If someone tells you that you should be a doctor or an engineer or a nurse or a teacher or a footballer or whatever else, and if you take that advice on board when you don't feel like it, you are going to be stuck going to that 9-to-5 job that you hate. You're going to be stuck with that degree or that career path, or be stuck with the consequences that come with that choice. So take the time to fully understand and fully explore what you truly want out of life, and then make the educated decision. Go after what you want. The next thing is other people's opinion. I wanted to mention because this is something that holds a lot of people back. Back in February this year, I started my YouTube channel and I posted my first ever video. It took me 1 full year to build up the courage to post that first ever video, and that was because I was so afraid of other people's opinion, afraid of what would people think of me if they found out that I have a YouTube channel. Now I regret that so much, because what I know now, I could have learned that a year ago. This fear of thinking what would people think of me holds you back from reaching your fullest potential. How did I build that courage? I decided that I'm gonna post that video anyways, but I did not tell anyone that I have a YouTube channel, and they still don't know to this day, because I just don't want to deal with their opinion or their input. I don't want that kind of negativity, that kind of lack mindset in my life. Next thing is to say no without guilt. I used to struggle with this so much, and I think it is very difficult for people who have people-pleasing tendencies to say no without guilt. What I would suggest to you is to start small. So I'll give you an example to illustrate this point. A few months ago, I was working as a student ambassador. I was booked in for working in the campus that I go to. The assistant of my manager asked me if I could go and work at a different campus. So I simply replied to that email saying that I would like to work at the campus that I'm based at, because that's my campus and I know that campus the best, so I would be able to provide the best service to prospective students who would come in during the open day. And he just simply replied, no worries, that's fine, thank you for letting me know. I'm telling you, I felt so liberated after I did that, and what I already knew became crystal clear in that moment, and that boosted my confidence so much. Whenever you're saying yes when you want to say no, that damages the relationship with your own self. The person that asked you to do that favor, that person is going to leave with what they wanted. You are going to be left with all these feelings to experience, and that is not an equal exchange. If you want to continue to invest in yourself, learn how to set boundaries, and develop mentally, and this video will help you achieve that. Alright everyone, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!